All right, now I think this should, it says you're live, so we should be live from the basement of Mike Stock Dude's house. It is after hours. No, I'm just kidding. What's going on, everybody? Welcome. Martin, welcome back. Here to show support.
Yeah,
Crypto
Martin.
about to explode, just to let you know, and on the news ahead of time. Well, appreciate that. Appreciate
crypto
that.
did pretty good today. Man, I think Bitcoin was
It's
up like
been doing a
10%,
little. It's been doing
bunch of stuff.
decent. Been doing decent. Not where I want it to be, but
Right, but this might be the start of the climb back up.
right.
So
All right. We'll wait for a few more stragglers to roll. I'm just gonna download this. Can I just download this to desktop? Q2. That way I can just open it up. It opened it in the same PDF. What a ripoff.
just imagine.
Right. What's going on, everybody? Welcome in. Welcome. Ah, Bitcoin's pushing up towards 40,000 again. Good deal. I like it.
Yeah. Things are starting to possibly recover.
Hopefully.
Be nice.
Hopefully.
Yeah, 'cause the crypto's been getting killed.
Right.
Like mainly everything else, but yeah.
Right.
Except my
Now,
Google.
so in this
my
video,
Google.
we are going to we're going to go over Tesla's quarter two earnings. They finally announced after earnings today. This literally came up at like 4:15, something like that, 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
What's going on, David? How you doing, man? We're gonna bring all of this to you guys. We're gonna go through the numbers. We have yet to look at this. I know they beat a lot of their stuff just from scrolling through Twitter. But we're going to kind of just walk through it and see what it's about, see if there's any new information about the factories that they're building, to see how well their margins are, their EBITDA. I believe the EPS is, I think they're reporting, let me see here.
If you go to Weeble, maybe not.
I could do Weeble. Yeah, I guess I could. Tesla stock earnings. Game, please. I am fat fingering literally everything right now. Earnings. I believe it's like 0.98 EPS. Where is it at? I should just go to
updated yet.
Right. It wasn't here. Let me go to Weeble. Tesla.
Will it show what they reported though?
So 0.98. 0.98 is what they're expecting, and I'm pretty sure they crushed it, and it's like 1.45. Like absolutely demolished it. We'll see if we can find that.
Yeah, if it is, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's it's right here. So yeah, 98% revenue growth, 11.96 billion.
1.45, dude. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah,
killed
earnings per
it.
share topped 1.45.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
Absolutely
What's up?
killing it.
What's up, Tyler and Andy? Yeah, that's not even like just smoking it. That's just straight.
That is
You just
outrageous.
killed it.
Absolutely
Yeah, that's
outrageous.
unbelievable. Yeah.
Absolutely outrageous. What's going on, Tyler? How you doing, man? Andy, welcome in. Flyer, good evening. Welcome
Yeah,
in,
Bob Twofer. Yeah.
So obviously the big news, Tesla releasing earnings. We see that's going up after hours. I'm hoping this stays tomorrow during the day.
I hope we go up more than 2%, but man,
Right.
with them killing it, we'll have to look at We'll have to look at the rest of the earnings. Like we said, we haven't gone through it yet. We're gonna go through it with you guys, but so far it's sounding pretty spicy. So hopefully,
Right.
yeah, Tyler, that's kind of what we're hoping for. It used to do that. It kind of stopped doing that as of lately. But I mean, if we go back to Tesla going up because of great earnings and stuff, and Neo follows that, I mean, that's fine with me.
Yeah. So the big news is their EPS is definitely, they crushed it. 200,000 produced, 200,000 produced and delivered in the second quarter. That is absolutely crushing it, guys. That is massive news. So let's go ahead and look. I'm real excited for this. I'm real excited for Tesla. Did I close out of it? There it is.
Hey, if you guys haven't yet, hit that like button.
Yeah, hit that like, share, notification bell, hit all of that. It helps support the channel, and it helps push the stream out to new viewers. We get some more people in here, more of a conversation, help grow the channel and all that good jazz. But yeah, so let's go ahead and just dive into it. So update. Fancy. So we got the highlights, financial summary. Screw it. No, I'm not going to do that. So let's see here. Oh, let's see. In summary, the second quarter of 2021, we broke new and notable records. We produced and delivered over 200,000 vehicles, achieved an operating margin of 11%, and exceed 1 billion in GAAP net income for the first time in our history. Absolutely massive. That's huge.
Absolutely, Bob.
Means no chip shortage, at least, right?
Exactly. Yeah, because they're. I've seen some comments saying, "Oh, the chip shortage isn't over with," and I mean, like we said, with the chip shortage isn't over with completely, but it's gonna get better, and obviously, it's not affecting some companies still. So,
right, right.
You can see right here, it's not affecting them.
Let's see here. So supply chains in particular, global semiconductor shortage were part of the congestion. Continued to be present in Q2, and Tesla's team, including supply chain, software development in our factories, worked extremely hard to keep production running as close to full capacity as possible with global vehicle demand as So with their demand rising, they did a lot of work to keep that number up, which is fantastic.
Right.
Let's see here. We successfully launched Tesla Vision in Q2, which is mainly possible due to their ability. Let's see here. I'm just kind of skimming through this to get rid of the boring stuff. But yeah, let's just get down to the juicy meat and potatoes here.
Yeah,
This is really what we want to see right here. I'm gonna go take us off screen so you guys can see all of the things. So let's see here. So automotive revenues of, let's see, in the millions.
Those have been millions.
Yeah. Freaking killing it, guys. Killing it right now.
So is that 10.2 billion? Right? 10.2 billion in automotive revenue?
I would.
Right?
That's a good
Because
question.
10 million or 10,000 million would be
Right.
10.2 billion, right?
Right.
So, yeah. So 10.2 billion in automotive. Yeah, and only 354 million were regulatory credits. So that's pretty good. You look at previous quarters, it was, more and more. I don't know how I'm trying to say, but they were more leaning on the regulatory credits.
Right. So now that that number's going down, that's better. That's better that they're going down with the
numbers
regulatory
going
credits.
Right. Automotive gross profit 2.8 billion, 2.9 billion really, but the automotive gross margin is up to 28.4%. So it's obviously you look at the previous quarters, it's going up, and 28% profit margin or gross margin on a vehicle is, they're killing it compared to all the other manufacturers.
Right.
And then you look at the year over year for all those things too. Like automotive revenues is up 97%.
Right. And it looks like their operating expense. One second. You go ahead and keep going.
Their revenues are up 98% year over year. Like insane. Like they're killing it. I mean, you look back at Q2 2020 and their revenue was 6 billion in total revenues, and now it's pretty much almost 12 billion in revenues. Operating expenses, they're down from last quarter, which is good. Income from operations is up 301% for year over year, which is insane. It's just, yeah. I Right. Yeah. All right, go back up real quick. Their free cash flow, look at their free cash flow compared to Q1. 619 million instead of 300 million. Yeah. All right, you can scroll down now. But it has their gap stuff in here too. Net income. Yeah. So yeah, you can go down. See what else juiciness there. Right. Yeah, so they did close down a couple production lines for a little bit in China. So yeah, because it says Model X deliveries were reduced in Q2 due to product updates. Uh, but yeah, keep going to profitability. Right. Yeah. Coming from. Yeah, I'm hoping that they give you some good updates on the factories, the Texas and I think. Oh, here you go. Here's some. Yeah. Right, they're the cheaper ones. Yeah. I mean, this is why though I say Neo needs to get into the mass market because look at their their lower cost cars compared to their higher cost cars. 200,000 versus 2,000. Like, yeah. Right. Yeah, the storage is good too because that's a subscription last that I knew at least. I'm assuming that hasn't changed because subscriptions are the way. So the storage is good that it's up, from 445 last quarter to 1200 this quarter. So that's really good. I think it's just a matter of time, just more and more, people get it and the company really starts talking about it more because they don't really seem to talk about it that much. And so it'll get more and more popular and then just all of a sudden just start booming. And yeah, I think there's a lot of money to be
Right.
made in that.
Right.
That
My
part
mic
of
was
the
muted that
company.
entire time, guys. I apologize. I looked and
So
my
I'm
mic
just
was
talking
muted.
to.
So you're talking
unbelievable.
to, yeah, that's cool. So we were just saying, we were just going over the total production, 206,000. And then the total deliveries, we were just saying that they totally, like he was saying, that they over produced more than what they delivered. But that's always a good sign to kind of help fill more orders as they come in. And then this is what I was saying right when Chad was saying that, the subscription of the solar is that I want to see this become more of a thing for Tesla. I want to see more of their solar be deployed. I want to see more the roofs, a lot of good things. What's going on, Richard? How you doing, man?
Hey, what's up, Richard? Yeah,
Tesla
Tesla
totally kicking
killed it.
ass. Yeah. kind of breaking down everything, reading through it all pretty much as we go live. So we have not looked at any of this, so that's why it's kind of rough on this live
going
stream.
through
But yeah, we're just walking through it. Supercharge stations though, so it looks like they had a slight increase there, and then the supercharge connectors had a pretty good jump as well. So it doing work. Tesla's killing it right now. I think the EPS is really going to carry the stock tomorrow. I'm hoping we see a really solid day. Hoping we see a really solid day.
Yeah, I'm surprised it's not up more, but yeah, we'll see in the morning how much it's up. But yeah, it's only up 2.3% almost.
Right.
But yeah, here's some of the good stuff.
So here's some of the news about each place. I won't break down each and every single one of these, but we'll see what they say. So global demand continues to be robust, and we will be producing at the limits of available parts supply. While we saw an ongoing semiconductor supply challenges in Q2, we were able to further grow our production, which is great. You want to see that, like, even though they had issues for the semiconductors, they were still able to clearly crush deliveries and their earnings this quarter. So
yeah, Richard, we talked about that earlier. Their profit margin is up. It's like 6 or so percent. Like, that's fantastic. Yeah, and exactly. We went over that too. The regulatory credits contributed less profits. So yeah.
And then so let's see here. I'm trying to read this on as I go, and it's kind of hard to see on my screen. So so later. Let's see. The one I wanted to know about was Texas. I don't think they did talk about it here a little bit, but they didn't give us much information as I wanted. So production ramp of the Model S progressed over the course of Q2, and we expect it will continue to increase throughout the rest of the year. Given strong U.S. demand, the majority of all Model 3Y production was delivered in North America. Build out of Gigafactory Texas continued to progress in Q2, with commissioning have begun in some areas, or with commissioning having begun in some areas of the factory. So that's good. They're bringing it online. I want to see, because I'm pretty sure that's where they're building the Cybertruck out of, is Texas. So it said Texas and Berlin would produce car. Right, exactly. So which Berlin is going to be down here. Let's see here. I'm reading through these as we go because I'm kind of excited and want to see more. It says, so while global production lines continue to run as fast as possible, European demand remains well above supply, resulting in growing wait times for delivery. We continue installing equipment and have begun testing tools and working as quickly as possible towards starting production in Berlin, while growing import volumes are interim. So and again, this goes back to their deliveries. Again, they're producing more than they're delivering, which is good, because that means hopefully that knocks down some of that wait time.
Yeah.
You don't want to have to wait 6 months to get your Tesla when you order it. You want it like right now, within weeks.
Right.
So autopilot and full self-driving. This is the one that they've been having issues with. That they've been trying to do the beta testing. I know they did the beta test earlier this year and they had some problems with it, so then they pulled back on the beta testing, and now they're doing it again. Only delay I saw was semi-truck moved back to 2022. Cybertruck is still on track. Good. Exporting a lot of cars from China to Europe. Yeah, which they're producing a lot in Shanghai as well, so as they should. After selling over 1 million vehicles equipped with radar, we have collected enough data to start removing it in some regions. The removal of radar, which is enabled by the collection of a vast data set corner cases, allows us to focus on the vision and increase the pace of improvement. Our first customers downloaded FSD version 9 beta in July, prompting strong positive feedback from current users. So that's good. That's just good. Like, that's what you want.
Yeah, especially when the subscription's $200 a month. Like, a lot of people are going to be doing that.
Right. Let's see here. Batteries and power terrain. Let's see. We're nearing manufacturing. I'm just kind of reading through to see if it's really worth talking about.
So Richard, we haven't gotten to it yet, but is the semi truck getting delayed because of battery issues? What I'm curious about. We haven't gotten to it yet, but I'm just wondering.
$200 month per life for life of car.
Yeah, Richard, we talked about that. It was like $36,000 if you do the math. If you base it on 15-year life, which is what some other places were talking about. So like $36,000 they can make from one car, and just like that's stupid. So you multiply that by millions of cars, that's just unbelievable how much money they can make.
So it says here that they had substantial growth in both solar roof and their storage. And it continues to it remains very popular, and we will continue to improve efficiency of our install crews. So if I ever get to the point where I'm rich enough to have a Tesla roof, dude, that's when you know you made it.
So that's good that they're improving efficiency of the install crews, because I saw a couple months ago when they were kind of getting dogged on with their solar power stuff, that I saw an article where a person was sitting there with a tarp on the roof for like a week because Tesla was it just takes them so long to put the roof on. So that's a good thing for sure.
Right. And that's what I know when you like look on their website too, it's like sometimes it's not available in your region. So it's like depending on where you live is whether or not you can even get the service yet. So hopefully that expands, and they allow some of the people outside of the major cities to get the solar panels and the storage and stuff as well. So
probably more like mainly like over on California coast and stuff.
So let's see here. So their outlook, volume, we plan to grow our manufacturing capacity as quick as possible. Over a multi-year horizon, we expect to achieve 50% average annual growth in vehicle deliveries, which is that's awesome. That is awesome to hear.
Yeah, to keep that is insane.
In some years, we may grow faster, which we can expect to be the case in 2021. The rate of growth will depend on our equipment capacity, operational efficiency, and the capacity and stability of our supply chain. So that's awesome to hear that they're obviously planning the growth, which obviously every company's planning to grow. So hopefully, they just keep
50%
pumping up.
Year over year is ridiculous.
It's massive. That is massive.
Yeah.
Cash, we have sufficient liquidity to fund our product roadmap, long-term capacity expansion plans, and other expenses, which is good. So they have the cash on hand for a lot of their stuff that they have planned. To me, which sounds really good. Hopefully, no like share offerings or another split or anything crazy. So that's great to hear. That's really good to hear. Profit, we expect our operating margin will continue to grow over time, continuing to reach industry-leading levels with capacity expansion and localization plans underway. So let's. Okay, so right here. So this is what Rich was talking about. Let's see here. I see 27 people on this chat. Someone say hi. Right? No, it's all good. It's all good. People can lurk. 50% year over year is a monster. Right? Exactly. And it's like we get a bunch of crap because people think we dog on Tesla, but we're still pretty bullish on Tesla too. I think we're a little bit more bullish on NIO, but like Tesla's still a dog for us. So
yeah, because I mean it's easy easy in air quotes, for a smaller company to always grow 100 or 50% year over year because you're small. It's a hell of a lot easier to go from 10,000 to 20,000 deliveries a year than Tesla. If they grow by 50% and they do 1 million, they're going to do 1.5 million in next year. Like that's insane.
Right.
To do an extra 500,000 vehicles the next year, like that's craziness.
Right. So hopefully that works out for them. Eddie, we'll get to your comment here in a second. But the product, let's see here. We believe that we remain on track to build our first Model Y vehicles in Berlin and Austin
in
2021, right? The the pace of the respective product production map. I am struggling right now. The pace of the respective production ramps will be influenced by successful introduction of many new products and manufacturing technologies, ongoing supply chain related challenges, and regional permitting. To better focus on these factories and due to the limited availability of battery cells and global supply chain challenges, we have shifted the launch of the semi-truck program to 2022. So they are having supply chain challenges and battery cell.
The battery. Yeah, there was a report, I don't know, months ago back about the batteries being a problem. So that's why I was curious if that was the issue again. So.
Right.
Nope.
So that's which even Elon Musk mentioned the battery supply was going to be even more of a problem for Tesla than the semiconductor shortage. So you know, that's one thing I think they're going to have to figure out. But once Giga Berlin comes online, I think that's going to help as well. It's just a matter of getting those plants online. Oh, let's see here. Been subscribed since the beginning. Love you guys. Hey, we appreciate it, Eddie. We appreciate you being here.
Pickle
look
picker.
at you go. You're so sweet. Thank you.
I just listen and look at aftermarket. What? I don't know. I don't understand what that means, but aftermarket is up like 2 point whatever.
Yeah, we'll talk about we'll look at the stock here in a second. We'll talk about everything that's going on with the stock and NIO and all that jazz here in a second. We're pretty much done with the earnings, but
5 minutes for the earnings call. You should enter the call while I'm live so we can all hear your thoughts about it.
Enter the call while on live. That's maybe. What time does that start? 5:30.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, this is Mike from Stock Dudes on YouTube. Sir, can we please get your thoughts on this? All right, so we got, it looks like Giga Berlin, which we've been following this one quite a bit. We've done a few videos on this factory. It looks like it's coming along nice. So that's massive.
Yeah,
that is freaking massive. Look at the size of the semi truck compared to something like that's huge. That's huge. Let's see. I think this stuff is just so cool to look at. It looks like the Giga Berlin paint shop. There's robots, man. Just quick and done, in and out. Giga Texas. So this is the one they had the Cybertruck at a couple weeks ago. I think Elon Musk just rolled up on the site with the truck, and like all the workers stopped working and come and walked around the truck and checked it out. Can you imagine you're just working and Elon Musk just rolls up, dude?
Right.
Outrageous. Oh, so this is 6 months ago. 6 months ago and today. Doing work.
Yeah. I mean, that's something we've talked about before, though. It seems in the U.S., like, we build so slowly compared to other countries.
Right. Hell, Neo Park's going to be built before this is done.
Right.
The Model Y body shop. So it reminds me a lot of up around where I live, they have the Chrysler Jeep plant, and you get to see this kind of stuff inside there occasionally on the news. And it's a lot of the time there's a bunch of workers around the car putting the parts in. Obviously you have big robots and stuff like that, but like this, it looks like it's all just like mainline, just a bunch of robots putting all this crap together.
Yeah.
Which you would think would just speed up the process.
Yeah.
So Giga Shanghai. So expansion continues.
Yeah,
Look how massive that is.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Absolutely massive.
Yeah, up higher in the earnings report, it broke out by factory, like their capacity for each factory.
Really? I must have missed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna read more into this in detail, and then we'll give you guys a breakdown and a video of it tomorrow, kind of going over everything, and hopefully, fingers crossed,
Tomorrow's blast off.
tomorrow will just blast off.
Right. I mean, they completely killed EPS. It's unbelievable.
And then these are just a bunch of charts with like vehicle deliveries, cash flow, income, EBITDA, and then their financial statements, which we could literally go through, but it's literally going to take us all day. But yeah, so hopefully we see a good day tomorrow, guys. I'm really hoping we do. So let me go back to here. So right now we're sitting up at about 2.25% on the day. And then we got, so the EPS that they're estimating, that Wall Street was estimating, was just under $1. And they crushed it, right? Earnings per share topped $1.45. Freaking crushed it. Yes, we are. Yeah. My wife actually just brought me some pizza down here.
Thank you, Richard.
If I can ask a question, I will mention Ask Doctor. Oh, yeah. You just ask away. But yeah, so hopefully things look up. It doesn't seem, I know we were getting questions earlier in the stream. Some people were asking if this will play a role with Neo. Doesn't appear that way right now, but we'll find out in the early mornings. So again, I'm not expecting it to, but hopefully it brings up, the whole sector in general.
And Lucid's up another 1% after hours. Let's go. Yeah, I'm excited to see what happens. Like when I wake up pre-market, I'm excited to see what it's at.
Right. Deliveries in the second quarter. I'm going to literally copy and paste this whole thing.
Because after hours to pre-market, it can change a lot.
Right. And then so deliveries in the second quarter were up 121% year over year. And then Tesla reported a 2% year over year decline in the average sale price of its vehicles, which we went over earlier in the stream. But if you guys are just now getting here, we'll kind of just go over the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at their year over year stuff, like automotive revenues, 97% year over year, automotive gross profit, 120% year over year, total gross profit, 128% year over year, income from operations, 301% year over year. Their income for like Gap stuff is up like 1,000%. It's net cash provided by operating activities up 120%.
Yeah.
Cash and cash equivalents is up 88% year over year. Just killing it.
I think from the way it sounds,
they're probably going to do 900 and some or 1,000, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
I would love to be surprised and do over 1 million, but
yeah.
Hot dog sales are way up. Yeah, dude, through the roof. Yeah. But let's see here. So,
where does it say exactly?
They ended the quarter with $16.2 billion in cash. No digital asset purchases or sales were recorded during the second quarter, meaning Tesla did not buy or sell additional Bitcoin. An asset it sold a portion of in the first quarter. So that was one of the questions I was having was, did they sell their Bitcoin? Because obviously Bitcoin tanked.
Right.
So I was wondering but clearly they didn't do anything with it. So I'm hoping I would love to see this push it over 700 pickle. I would love the earnings to push it up. We'll see if it holds. Obviously, I think there's a lot of excitement of them crushing their earnings for tonight, but we'll see if it holds in the after hours.
Right.
But I mean, they just go up 4 or 5%, and they're over, $700. So give us a nice solid day for Tesla, and they're gonna crush the $700 mark.
But that means so far they've produced almost 400,000 cars.
Right.
So they are going to have to step it up a little bit if they're going to get close to 1 million. If they keep the pace at how it is now, it would be like 800 million or 800,000 deliveries by the end of this year. Which is still fantastic compared to last year. But yeah, their total deliveries are up 121% year over year. Production is up 151% year over year.
Yeah, so we're stuck in the $625 to $700 range if we look at the year-to-date chart. So hopefully they can break past. We clearly touched 700 a couple times. So that seems to be the resistance here. If they can break past that 700, I think it's going to be great for Tesla. I think it'd be really good.
Next stop, 1200.
Right. I mean, that's some of the 12-month predictions that are out there is $1,200. So hopefully they see it. I mean, even ARK Invest has Tesla sitting at what, like $3,000 by 2025?
Yeah.
By 2025, they see it
and
at
their bullish
$3,000.
their bullish case is 4,000.
Right. Which is absolutely and to me that seems like, I feel like if anybody were to make that claim on YouTube, you're going to get stoned to death.
Probably.
You would get stoned to death.
Yeah, Richard, I'm assuming second half will be bigger as well. Should be less shortage issues and stuff like that.
But looking at Neo, yeah, I'm kind of hoping we start to hear something with Neo about the green light for their stock exchange, because we obviously Li Auto got the green light today. That's why they were up.
Yeah, they were positive.
And they're struggling right now, though.
Yeah, I mean, they're
do
just
a little reversal for me, please.
The company's doing great things. The stock is not doing great things just because keep getting beat up. Yeah, Richard, exactly. Neo better kick ass. Business is great. Hopefully stock will match. I think all this volatility will calm down, I think, here soon, but also I think it'll really calm down once the company is profitable.
Right.
Which, Mike thinks it'll be the end of this year. I think, at least by mid next year, more likely probably early next year. Yeah. So I think it'll calm down. Plus, there's just only a matter of time, I would think, before all the people that want out because they're scared are gonna get out.
Right. And I think we'll see Neo really start to take off when they become profitable as well. Because that's what, again, we talked about that earlier in today's live stream earlier today. That's when we saw Tesla really start to take off, is when they became profitable. And so I think, and we got the question, is Neo overvalued or undervalued right now? And honestly, I do think Neo, I think it's oversold, but I don't think it's overvalued. I think Neo is I believe Neo is perfect where it's at. I would like to see it up towards the 50, 55 range. I think is where it should be sitting. And then when they become profitable, which I'm hoping for by the end of this year, Chad thinks maybe mid next year, but I would love to see them become profitable, and then we really see this thing start to rip.
Right.
It makes me wonder, though, if ARK Invest will ever invest into Neo, considering they're so bullish on Tesla.
Yeah. I mean, if you look back at Tesla's chart, if you go back before they blew up, like they were it was crazy. There's crazy volatility going on too with Tesla before they popped off. So if you actually zoom in on it, like it's like up and down like crazy.
Right.
So
I mean, going from Looks
22
like,
to 77.
right?
Like,
And
or
then,
20, whatever.
I mean,
that
now
is,
this is
28.
given over a year span, but still, like dropping all the way back down to 35. Like at that point,
Right.
if you guys are holding on to Tesla at this point, like you're probably thinking like, what the hell's going on here? Like between 2013 and 2018, it went from $6 all the way up to, like $70, $60, $70.
Right.
So, but then they became profitable, and then all of a sudden an absolute tear. So,
Yeah. Straight blast off. Has huge regulatory credits. They probably can squeeze a profitable quarter when they want. Yeah, we saw the report about that. I don't know, what was that, late last week or over the weekend? I think late last week.
yeah. So there was that article. It's essentially the same thing as Tesla and their regulatory credits.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have an absolute shitload of them. So, my bad. They have an absolute boatload of them. So, if Tesla decides, or if NIO decides to sell those, yeah, I'm all over the place right now.
Yeah. Richard, I like the way you think. NIO to 448 and Tesla to 12,653.
I'm all in on that. I'm all in on that.
Let's do
So let me pull up after hours. How do I do this? Settings. Extended hour trading. Tesla. Let me go zoom in. Okay, so this is what we're looking at right now with Tesla. Extended hours. So we'll see how she holds.
Yeah, like I said, I'm really excited to see what it's like in the morning pre-market.
Right.
Because it could be 6% positive, or it could be, the opposite. So, yeah, I'm hoping obviously it just keeps going up and we have a nice green day, because, today was a pretty decent green day, but it wasn't like a kind of what I expect for like a earnings or pre-earnings, run up. Especially, because they just straight killed it. Is NIO earnings out? That is on nothing's official yet, but it's either going to be like around the 9th or 10th of next month. Yeah, Richard, I kind of expect a green day tomorrow just because it was red today. And, as long as there's not just more and more Chinese FUD coming out, but it would have been nice if it held, after the buyback today and it was up, I don't know, over 2%. It would have been nice if we didn't sell off all of that or a lot of it, and if we would have finished positive, it would have been nice. But yeah, a huge buyback at least. So, shows not everybody's scared. Expecting Tesla 700 to 725 Tuesday or Thursday? Thursday? Yeah, it really won't take much for them to get to 700, really. So, they could be, if they have a decent day tomorrow, they could be up pretty close to 700 tomorrow or Wednesday. Thank you, Anthony. Means a lot to us. We appreciate it.
All right. I was eating some pizza real quick. Oh, got Riot Friday and killed it today. I'll have to look into that. I think somebody was asking about that earlier today in the stream.
Yeah. Yeah, they're up 21% today. That's all right.
Unbelievable.
That'll work.
But yeah, so hopefully things, let me see.
3 meter cheese. You never know with Mike. Could be.
It's actually syrup out of the fridge.
Could be cold syrup.
Kind,
yeah, so. Cold syrup out of the fridge,
Right. No, it is chicken bacon ranch, actually.
Ooh.
I was just going to go back to Tesla real quick.
Anthony, NIO to 75 to 80 end of year. Yeah, we think probably 70 to 75 by the end of the year. I think it'll really rip off if they do 10,000 deliveries this month. I'm not expecting them to, and I don't think really a whole lot of people are, but if they do, it's going to be huge.
Right.
I'm only 15 and I'm getting cash. But heck yeah, man.
Bruh, if I knew what I knew now when I was 15, I would have quit working 5 years ago.
Right.
Steven, they've already happened, so we can actually go over those real quick again.
Yeah.
So I know there's a lot of new people coming in. We already talked about them, but we will be more than glad to go over them again. So kind of just, we'll give a little recap. Let me see if I can find this real quick in... they see it. This is why I don't like Weeble, because I can't pull up what we were just reading.
Didn't you copy it?
I did copy it, but it would be just much easier to...
Yeah, once you click on it, it goes away. It's kind of annoying.
Right. If I can't find it, I'll just drag that over.
Yeah, I'll just
drag it over. But we were talking about it earlier. So basically, Tesla's earnings grew. Their recap: 98% revenue growth, 11.96 billion dollars, almost $12 billion. Right. And then there's the semi shifts to 2022, and then they had no Bitcoin transactions, so they didn't sell or buy any Bitcoin. And they moved the semi to 2022, and they had to find a freaking fantastic growth. So they had about 200,000, or they did 200,000 vehicles produced and delivered. Screwed that up. In the second quarter. I'm kind of get rid of some of this crap. So let's see here. So this is the big thing right here, the EPS. So their earnings per share topped $1.45, which the Wall Street their consensus was about 96 to 98 cents per share. So absolutely crushing it. Absolutely crushing it.
Yeah, they smoked that EPS.
Right. So I think that's what's really going to move this stock, whether it's tonight or tomorrow. Really hoping for a green day, because occasionally on earnings, sometimes stocks like to go red. So I'm kind of hoping that's not the case here.
Yeah, a lot of times they go red because there was a huge run up prior to the earnings, and there wasn't a big run up prior to Tesla's earnings. So I would like to see a green day tomorrow.
Right. Exactly. Total vehicles produced is about 206,000, or just under 270,000, up 151% year over year. And their deliveries in the second quarter were up 121% year over year. And now they did say that they're reporting a 2% year over year decline in average sales price. So they're dropping the sales price by about 2%. But we did release a video yesterday of them raising the prices of, what was it, the Model Y long range here in the States?
Model 3 and Y long range.
Here in the States by $1,000. So we'll see how that plays out next quarter and see if they mention that at all. Let's see here. And then, they had fantastic growth in their solar and energy storage department, up 204% year over year. And then the company ended with about $16.2 billion in cash. No digital assets were recorded during purchases or sales were recorded during the second quarter of Tesla, or meaning basically Tesla didn't buy or sell any Bitcoin this year. Unfortunately, or Dogecoin. Come on, baby. Get that Dogecoin. But yeah, so this is really, really good news. So,
now going over some other stuff, just year over year growth. Their automotive revenues up almost 100% year over year. Automotive gross profit is up 120% year over year. Their total gross profit is 128% year over year. Income from operations is 301% year over year. Cash and cash equivalents is up 88% year over year. And then get into their car stuff, their total production is up 151%. I think you might have said that, but then their total deliveries as well is up 121% year over year, which is just, they're growing still growing at a crazy rate, which is insane for how many cars they produce.
Right.
But then their solar deployed is 215% year over year, and storage deployed is 204. And yeah, we think there's big money to be made and a lot of room to grow, a crazy amount of room to grow still in their storage stuff or their solar stuff.
Yeah, I'm real excited for their. I'm real excited for their storage and solar. Like, I think that's huge. And similar to what Ark was saying, I'm kind of bullish on them becoming like a ride sharing service. That they come up with some kind of ride sharing service, because that's what Ark's bullish on. Ark's bullish on them having a ride sharing service.
Right. Yeah, that's why they gave it at such a high price. Hope Neo price runs up because of this result. Yeah, I mean that would be nice. We'll have to wait and see though. Just depends on what if any nonsense comes out, because that used to happen. That did used to happen, but they've been kind of separate lately, just with all the China crap. But sure would be nice if tomorrow that happens.
Do you agree most EVs are priced using comparable multiples to Tesla? Where smaller companies like NIO and XPeng can grow much faster, assuming the multiples stay comparable, China EVs will outperform. So that's the thing with the Chinese EVs is, so a lot of them are priced, comparable to Tesla, but obviously, I think what is going to be big for the Chinese vehicles is when they become mass market. Like, XPeng's already on top of this with 2 vehicles priced in the $30,000 range. Like, that's when I think, like Chad said earlier in this stream, I think that's when we're going to see NIO pop off. That's when we're going to see XPeng pop off. Because let me see if I can find it in here. They break it down by their models. Yeah, right here. So we look at like their models, their cheaper models versus their more expensive models. You can see like the price or the difference. Look at the difference between the Model 3 and the Y versus Model S and X. Like 2,000 versus 204,000. This is what happens when you become mass market, cheaper prices. You're going to see this explode. And I think we're going to see that with NIO and XPeng and Li when they start to do mass market prices.
Yeah, that's what they need to do.
Because not everybody can afford a $120,000 electric vehicle that only gets 400 miles charge.
Right. Yeah, I think that's why, like, I mean, the ET7 is going to be great because the range is ridiculous, and especially for the price, but you need to go, in the opposite direction with kind of like what XPeng's doing. Their cars are fantastic for the price, and range is ridiculous. Right. So yeah, NIO needs to do more of that, which they said is part of their long-term plan. So hopefully, later this year, we get some more info on that. But I mean, that shows you right there how much more popular the cheaper cars are.
Right.
How's that pizza over there?
It was pretty good. It's pretty good. Oh man, I tell you what. All right, guys. I think that's pretty much going to wrap up stream. We've been going for about an hour. The whole point of this stream was to talk about their Q2 earnings. Again, a bunch of fantastic news coming out of Tesla. So that's really good. We're going to make a video on this as well. Probably put it up tomorrow. Kind of see if there's any more information we get as the night goes on to give to you guys. But we'll see what we can do with this. And then, yeah, so really exciting day. I'm kind of hoping tomorrow's a green day in the market. There probably won't be a live stream tomorrow. We're probably just going to put out the 2 videos like we normally do. And then the next live stream will probably be on Friday.
Yeah. Yeah, so Anthony, I say NIO doesn't seem to have a pressing agenda to go mass market, though. William Lee wants to be limited and premium. Agreed. Could hurt short-term growth. Yeah, it doesn't seem like he wants to go like mass market, like
Right
anytime like super, like, you know, super soon. I hope the car they've released at the end of this year is obviously cheaper, but he did say, you know, they want to release cheaper cars, but they're going to do it under a different brand. So Neo's going to stay their like premium brand, which I'm perfectly fine with. It also makes sense, but yeah, I think, I think they need to speed it up a little bit, but I mean, what do I know? I don't run the company. Also, they're selling a crazy amount of the higher end premium cars, which the profit margins there are a lot higher than in the cheaper cars. So that's also good. So I mean, yeah, I mean, if they're able to sell hundreds of thousands of cars in the say $70,000 range, then why not? Because that's a lot more profits. So yeah, I mean, they'll get there eventually. I think obviously the sooner the better, because you don't want like Xpeng to start dominating that market as like the cheaper Chinese EVs, because then it's, you know, that's no good. But yeah, I mean, we'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully they give us some good news at the end of this year in Neo Day, and say they're gonna do some kind of cheaper car at least. Thank you. Thanks everybody for joining. If you're not already, hit that sub button.
Right. We appreciate all you guys being here. Yeah. So again, no live stream tomorrow. It's just going to be 2 videos for tomorrow. And then next live stream will be Friday afternoon. I don't think any of us have anything planned, so look forward to that. Really appreciate you guys being here, hanging out with us. Again, it's a good night for Tesla. Hopefully it continues into the night, and we see a good day tomorrow.
So it goes in the stock,
yeah, I would like to see it continue to go up as the night progresses, but we shall see. So
hopefully wake up and it's up like 4% pre-market or 6% or something.
Right.
That would be all right.
But all right, guys, thank you guys so much for all your support. We really do appreciate you guys being here, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
Thank you, David.